having second thoughts as well. Regent Brooke came in at the end of the episode, wanted to know what's going on. They end up seeing the designs as well as Donna crying. Donna thinks that Eric should tell Bill and Katie that he changed his mind. Bill trying to protect Katie. He knows that Eric having regrets. But hey y'all, welcome back to another video. This is for the Bold and Beautiful February 17, 2026. First things first, let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Okay, so look here. I'm just trying to make sure this phone don't get hot because y'all know it'll cut off. Let me see. I have a few problems with this storyline. First of all, why did they go in the direction of him getting sick again? What? Why wouldn't they? And the second thing is, why wouldn't Katie hire Deke as well? I said, of course he gonna be having stress. Of course he's gonna be stressed and have health issues if he the only doggone designer. And not only that, Donna in his ear, Bill in his ear. Of course he gonna start to have second thoughts and stuff. But I said, yeah. I said all y'all contribute to his stress. Literally. Hold on. I said, yeah, lead designer mean you supposed to have another designer too, don't it? I said they could have had Deke doing it. They could have had him. And who else? They could have had somebody else as well. But okay, who we gonna start with first? I guess Ridge and Brooke. Brooke was showing Ridge some article or excuse me, some article Inside Scoop Katie did about the mystery designer. Ridge was still talking to us, talking about some maybe she don't even got no designer, just still talking and stuff. They was talking about finding out why Eric's so stressed and everything. So it got to the point where they decided to go over there. They didn't show up to the end of the episode. And when they did show up at the end of the episode, Donna had been crying and they could tell. And then they see the designs everywhere. And he was questioning Eric about what's going on. I think that's the part where Eric's supposed to tell him he's not going to take it away from him. And then he's supposed to have chest pains. I don't know if he's going to have a heart attack or what. But they going to be saying call 911. Well, I said, yeah, a lot of them contribute to the doggone stress because he Bill in his ear. Donna started telling him he need to quit and all this other stuff. I know she's trying to look out for him just like Ridge was trying to look out for him. But yeah, I said, all them contribute to it. Of course he gonna be stressed. He the only doggone designer. What? Why did they show Deke? Not only that, the other thing I was gonna say, why didn't he just use the designs he had already done? Remember all the designs he had in, what's her name, Steffi seen it? I said, that's another thing. I said, I don't know. But yeah, it's clear. He missed his forced creation. I was like, but they forced you out. It don't matter that he told you could come back. It's too late. He already done did it now. But then on the other side of things, it looked like he was right. But yeah, who else we got? Eric and Donna. Eric was trying to design and he just couldn't do it. His heart ain't in it. He definitely ain't. His heart is not in it. He trying his best to design. He couldn't do it. So Donna came in talking about bikinis and what else she said? Over here trying to get him to relax and take a break, but he don't want to. He said he made a commitment. She started trying to convince him to give it up. He said out his own mouth that he having second thoughts. So Bill was right. He wonders how he let it get this far. Said his family's at Forrester and stuff, and he don't want the families to be at war with one another. I said it's been decades. They gonna forever be at war with one another. Then they gonna act like they want to be a happy family, and then they gonna do the same thing over and over again. But Eric looked like he started having chest pains. He was holding his chest and everything. He was talking about keeping his commitment to Katie. And Donna was saying how she know that Katie, just want the best for him and wouldn't want him jeopardizing his health. She even talked about maybe Katie can rein Bill in. Nobody can rein this man in. Katie still trying to tell him she more concerned with Eric and his health and stuff. He's talking about something. This is business. They're going to lose out on so much money. Nobody told you jump your tail up and go get her no doggone fashion house in the first place. It's your fault. You supposed to be hired. Matter of fact, since you want to give fashion houses and stuff, why didn't he do his research and find, I'm sure that Eric ain't the only doggone fashion designer in the doggone, what they at anyway, L.A.? Definitely not in L.A. if they is in L.A. But I was like, why wouldn't he, with the fashion house, find some designers and stuff? He ain't the only one, and they still can be successful. I just wanted them to do the storyline where he didn't have no health issues. He actually proved that he still got it. He helped Katie in the process, even though I know that eventually they wasn't gonna let Katie keep that doggone fashion house. Now I might be wrong. Maybe they setting it up for a reason. Maybe that's what we're gonna get to see in the upcoming years and stuff. Katie with her fashion house. I don't know how it's gonna play out. But yeah, I was like, that's what they should have did. Why he gotta have health issues? That means Ridge was right. That means he right. But I still say that they all contributed to him having chest pains and stuff like that. I don't know if he's gonna have a heart attack. I think it said, what's today, Tuesday? Did it say Wednesday? I think tomorrow's episode they said something about Ridge and Eric have a confrontation. Bill and them supposed to show up and reveal that Eric is their lead designer. Is it Friday's episode? What did they say for Friday's episode? Oh, Leon's supposed to tell Hope about Eric. I knew he couldn't hold no doggone water. I knew he couldn't hold water. But yeah, what else? Let's see. Anything else about Eric? Eric was wondering how he let it get so far. He was having chest pains. Donna trying to check on him. She was saying how she don't want to lose him and she just crying and stuff. And that's when Regent Brooks showed up and wanted to know what's going on. The last people we got is Bill and Katie. Bill don't care about none of that. He's like, I don't care nothing about none of that. He's like, I get it that Eric trying to prove a point because Ridge did kick him out and stuff, forced him out. So he understands, but at the same time, he got to look out for Katie because he's starting to think it's more than just the fabric and stuff like that. Katie started saying how, no, it's not like that. You don't understand fashion and stuff or whatever. And he's like, but I do understand business and that it's more than that. He thinks that he's starting to have regrets because of the whole Ridge situation. And he wrong, but at the same time, nobody told y'all. You supposed to be already had all this because I know he ain't the only doggone designer in the doggone world. And then you supposed to have all these connections, and not just that, the whole meeting with Deke. So that went out the window too, huh? Hold on. I think it would have been the way they set this up, I thought, or I was hoping anyways, because you know how this ain't the first time that they've introduced several storylines of this and just completely dropped it. But yeah, it was like the way that would have been perfect because they told Deke he had to go because Thomas was supposed to be designing. And the man ain't nowhere to be found. He ain't nowhere to be found. He went back to Paris or wherever he was at. They did that. Deke had to go. Now he working at El Jardino and everything. So that's one thing. They showed Katie talking to him, wanting him to design and stuff. Nothing else about it. Eric, the only one over there designing. Of course he's gonna be stressed. He said he 80. I was like, dog. I said, dog. But yeah, of course he's gonna be stressed out. You're supposed to have more than just one designer. It's a lead designer. That implies that it's more than one designer. If you're saying lead, that means somebody under him, but nobody's under him. But yeah, Bill still talking about some what happens if he changes his mind completely. Say he could push it back. They could push it back 1 month, then it becomes 3 months or whatever. What happens if he don't want to do it at all? If he changes his mind? And Kay just sitting up there just so gullible. He was like, I understand that you care about him and stuff like that, but you know they got a business to run, which isn't wrong. It definitely isn't. But once again, what happened to the doggone designs that he had in the first place? I wanted them to show these folks up, especially Ridge always talking to us. Especially Ridge over here talking about some, they don't have a design. This is not going to be a success. Just study over here. And they just made the whole thing just go out the doggone window. Well, I'm assuming anyways, because Eric's struggling. Unless they get Deke to finish. Eric could still help Deke if Deke decide to design or something. But other than that, I was like, why would they do this? Like, why would y'all do this? They just be doing anything. I was like, why y'all making him? Yeah, if he was gonna get sick, you could have waited at least till he got done with the work. Wait a minute. I said, could have at least waited till he got done or something. But man, apparently he ain't got nothing. He didn't like the designs on the model. He tried it out, or he had them put it on stuff. He didn't like it. He said it was because of the fabric. But yeah, he revealed that he missed his family. He missed designing with his grandkids and stuff like that. I was like, well, I about to say you ain't got no choice because they kicked you out. They don't threw you up hard and everything. But then they invited you back, which don't count. But that's it. That's all. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next video. Until next time, deuces, have a great rest of the day and be safe.